How should we start?
We've all been on a crazy long vacation. That's why there's been a lack of videos.
Yeah, work sucked ass.
Did anyone actually go on a vacation during this time? Steve, you went on a vacation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I went there. I don't think I saw one person. I just stayed and saw my annoying family. Just ate food.
That sounds like a lot of fun.
It was nice and relaxing, I guess.
Until his brother puked on him.
That was the first night. That was fucking rough, yeah. And then I was sick for like the whole first week I was there.
Guys,
Gross.
I have disk space remaining for 37 hours of recordings. Let's just get settled in.
We're in for the long
Be a long
haul.
one.
It's good. Yeah.
I like
Well,
that
we
I'd
might
have
as
to
well play
calculate
safe.
that just in case.
Yeah.
You never know.
Actually, it's kind of been important for Steve a couple times.
Yeah, it's
right?
fucked me twice.
It's like disk space recording remaining for 1 minute.
What? Oh, I gotta go.
Oh,
guys.
all my hard
Bye.
drives are full.
Yeah, it's become so common, like, I'll have to exit my Audacity knowing that it'll just be a backup, but still, like the panic attack I get when I see the sign, it's like, yeah, Audacity's fucked up. Hopefully we get it back for you. Like, oh.
Yeah, it's like, it's 80% chance you haven't wasted the last hour and a half.
Yeah, of like four people's time.
Yeah.
And then have to do a shitty voiceover. And you're like, hey, maybe I could be a voice actor. You're like, no, that's awful.
There's nothing more useless than fucking losing one person's, unless it's Ian, because he says like 4 things. Actually, Steve probably when we're during like the podcast type things, Ian says the least, but during the game stuff, it's usually Steve.
I know, it's because
He's a
I
tryhard.
only got so much mental power I can use, and like, oh fuck, do I want to look good in this game? And I don't, and I don't talk. So
Focused
it's
on
like,
the game. He's like, I gotta do this.
I think because he's just looking at the clock a lot, going, is it fucking 9 yet? Can I start complaining about it been an hour?
Is it 10:47 yet? Is it 10:47?
Is it 10:47?
today was good. This is not too bad. Kobe was only 7 minutes late.
Yeah, this is probably one of the quickest starts we've ever had, which, I mean, you've had 6 weeks to get ready, so
10 minutes late.
Back for everybody here.
It's a new record.
I hope you got all that stuff out of the way. I was just waiting for Steve to be like, can we just do it tomorrow, because you gotta fucking...
I got a thing with
Hey,
my,
Hey,
my thing
I'm
tonight,
like
isn't
1/3 of them are delays for me.
We
I
were
mean,
actually going to do something like 3 weeks ago, but then stuff happened with Joe, this
Yeah.
fucking job, and then Steve went out of town for like
Ever.
2 weeks.
Yeah. Well, because I wasn't sure how much longer, the whole break was going to be.
Okay.
And then I didn't know how long I was going to stay. Just kept staying.
Just
So yeah, we
My
haven't
bad.
done anything
Just
for a
keep
while.
staying.
We're going to get into it in a bit, but we're going to start off on... Ian's going to spearhead. Ian, the no talking guy, is going to spearhead our first discussion,
Oh
because
shit.
he brought it up.
Oh no.
What'd you do, Ian? What did you do?
What happened?
Oh no, it's
It was him.
It's kind of like a low-key story. I don't know if it's like the most epic thing to key off on, but is that Stan Lee story. That kind of weird Stan Lee story.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely weird story.
So I'll set it up, and then Ian can say something, because it was his idea, and now I'm going to put him on the spot. But I
No
remember
pressure.
reading like a week ago that some report came out that like Stan Lee, which I'm sure everyone in the world, Stan Lee's like, let's say he's 85 or 95.
95.
95.
Jesus Christ.
He's almost
fucking
triple
old.
digits. I bet
Wow.
he's holding on for them.
Does he look good for 95? I think
I think
I'd
he
say
really does. Really,
Yeah.
really does.
Yeah. Do you think his dick still works?
With that kind of money,
Yeah,
50
with that
million,
kind of money,
his
yeah.
dick
He
works.
seems a pretty happy guy, so yeah, no doubt.
Well, he's got the how do you say it? Muscular
Dick?
disgust. Can't say it.
Dystrophy?
Yeah, because he can't read anymore.
Oh, what is that? Is that what
Oh
muscular
no, I think that
dystrophy
was
did?
something. No, was it?
I don't think that.
It was-
I just
don't know.
read
There was a
the
word,
word.
that I could not say, and
Oh, is it? It's okay, so it's probably not dystrophy. I'm pretty sure everyone knows that word by now. But yeah, there was like a story that he's a victim of elder abuse from his own daughter. She was like hanging around with some like kind of unsavory dudes, and they were coercing her to like get money from her father. And then it came out like a week later that he had like he was suing his own. Was it just his manager, or agent, or something? Yeah, his wife had just died like last year, and apparently after that happened, kind of everything got weird.
I wonder.
Yeah, basically.
if, like, dementia is setting in.
Well, I don't know. Like, it basically said, like, he had fired his... Well, the thing came out with his daughter, and then it sounded like he backtracked on it, and now they fired, like, the manager or something, and it's just, like, no one's really sure what's going on. He's saying he's okay, but, I mean, it could have just been that someone just put him up to it. Like, I don't know. Yeah, like, his wife had just died, and, like, now things are kind of in disarray. Apparently, like, someone... like tried to steal his blood too. Like
What?
yeah.
Even
Get
gossip reports that a
cloned?
former business associate stole his blood to sell to fans.
Yeah.
Oh my god, on eBay, Stanley's blood.
Like, what the fuck? Who's buying his blood?
Someone
So,
would buy
so
it.
now,
Well,
quick
you
question:
put it in a
how much
vial
do you
and
think
wear
it
it in
goes
a
for?
necklace.
Just like those action figures.
What are they doing with it? Are they drinking it? Do they? Would you bathe in Stanley's blood?
There would be enough to bathe in it.
Well, yeah, but you could just sit in your bath and like squirt it over yourself and scoop it up and just keep doing that.
Sounds like someone's thought about this a little bit.
A little bit too much.
Steve's done it, but with Tom Hardy's blood. So Ian, why did you key on this story? Do you love
Well-
Stanley?
Oh hell yeah! I'm a big fan of Marvel. When I saw that video, you know, I just kind of just blew me away with the fact that people are like, abusing him. I mean, like he's like probably one of the most respected people in America, and like an iconic person.
Yeah, it's.
And you
well,
know, it
just
kind of
goes to-
upset everybody, including me. I mean, I was like, who would fuck with Stan Lee? But then
I think it
after
just-
like 2 days later, then he made a video that says like, oh, it's not real. I'm clearing this up. Like I'm in a healthy relationship with my daughter and everything, and everything's okay.
Yeah, I don't. Maybe I'm just naturally skeptical, but I don't know. Like, it
Well,
would seem like
If
it'd
there
be so
was, it
easy.
would probably be brought up, but who knows? Probably in his position, it's kind of hard to tell.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I think we're kind of like in the middle of the story right now. I think in like a few more weeks we'll kind of get the rest of it, especially when whoever he just can starts talking, sort of thing. Kind of reminds me of like the stuff with Trump, where all these people get fired and they start writing all these fucking books about what was going on. And he's like, no, none of that's true. And yes, I did compare Stanley to Donald Trump, but only in the fact that
Wouldn't be the first
Yeah.
lie that Trump did.
only in the fact that stories are going on in the background that we don't really know about. So, I was just the biggest surprise I got out of this was he's 95. Like, I thought maybe he's in his 80s or something. Dude's old, but he's like
Mhm.
still in movies. So yeah, that's kind of sad.
And like he shot his like a few cameos, right? So they could just use them when they make the movies.
Yeah.
He shot his like next 5 to 10 or something like that.
What's your favorite Stanley cameo?
That's a hard one. That's a toughie.
I like the one where you see Hugh Hefner.
Oh, okay. Which one was that from? I remember
Wolf.
it.
Iron Man, I think.
I think it's Iron Man, yeah. Yeah. that sounds
Sony
like-
Spider-Man movie where Stan Lee is a hot dog salesman. Like he's just there in the background. Like he doesn't say anything. He's just there.
I'm going with Civil War. At the end, where he's a delivery man asking for Tony Stank.
The one that's coming to mind is Homecoming, when he's just like the librarian listening to that classical music and
Oh, right. With
Yeah, everything's
yeah.
getting destroyed behind him.
also when he's talking to the what's it they call, the Watchers or the Beyonders or something in Get Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, he's just chilling there.
Yeah.
telling
I think
stories.
in the second one. Yeah, it'll be kind of. I mean, they're always cheesy and they do kind of like take you out of the movie, but it's like, oh, there's a Stan Lee cameo, but it just doesn't seem like it'd be the same.
It's not a Marvel movie now without
Well, in
a
Thor
Stan Lee
Ragnarok,
cameo, right?
he had a pretty good cameo in there.
What was the one in Ragnarok?
Where he's cutting off Thor's hair.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
He's
right,
like,
yeah, the barber.
Creepy old man, cut my hair.
He's even in Jessica Jones, but he's not in there in person. There's just a poster of him for something. I can't remember what it was, but he was in.
It's like the studio can't afford him.
Oh man, Ragnarok's so good. I haven't.
It was great, yeah.
I haven't seen it yet.
I actually just saw it like 2 nights ago.
It is
Yeah.
on Netflix. If you have
Is
a
it on
Netflix
Netflix
account. Yeah.
I bought it on Cineplex Store when it came out. I watched it like twice.
It's good. It was really
It was
good.
like
I was
one
very,
day.
very pleasant surprised.
The director, the guy that plays the rock dude, that's the director of the movie.
Something.
Oh, I saw some clips of that. That seems
That guy like stole every fucking scene he was in. He was so hilarious. So yeah, that's a. I mean, the first two Thors are okay. The first one was kind of stiff. The second one's a bit more interesting, but this one was really good.
Yeah.
And apparently, like a lot of it was improvised. I love the stuff with fucking Loki.
Yeah.
And Hulk picks up Thor, just starts smashing around. And Loki's like, "Yes, that's what it feels like."
Yeah, it was good. It was a really good movie.
We were asking about stuff to talk about, and someone brought up Black Panther, and apparently no one's fucking seen it.
I haven't seen
I
it.
haven't
Nope.
seen it
We
yet.
haven't seen it yet. Nope.
Probably not the best thing for us to discuss, but I want to see it.
It's made so much money. That's all
I
I,
just-
know about it.
I've
I've
had
heard
such a hard
amazing
time.
things.
I had such a hard time getting in the house to go to movies. Like I haven't seen anything. Last movie I saw was the Star Wars movie when it came out. That's the last time I actually went out to movies. I will probably go see Avengers. That's coming out in 2 weeks. So
Like 10 days, isn't it?
yeah, sure.
Something like that.
Yeah.
2 weeks.
Gotta be
It's
exact.
pretty
Oh,
close. It's
9
pretty
days,
close.
22 hours.
11 days.
6 hours and 36 minutes.
He was checking his day planner.
You don't have your Avengers clock?
Okay, no spoilers because none of us are fucking smart enough or involved enough to know what's going to happen in the movie. But I've said a few times that I feel like 2 people have to die in this movie to make the threat of Thanos to actually seem threatening.
Yeah.
I
So
agree
who are
with
you
that.
picking to die?
Cap.
That gem dude.
Cap.
Cap's
Forget his
going.
name. Cap.
Uh,
is not
Vision?
bad. Yeah, Vision.
Cap, Vision, and I'm going to pick Black Widow too. I'm going to go 3. I'm going to go 3.
Ooh. Shit.
I'm going to
I'm
keep
gonna
I
agree.
think Black Widow.
I'm
I think
agreeing on
Hawkeye
Vision.
is gonna be one of them.
I think it's going to be Vision, and I think it's going to be Iron Man.
Oh, yeah, because, yeah.
Yeah, he
I think
kind
I
of wants
think
to leave. That's
RDJ
what he's been saying, but he said that for quite a few times.
I think it's time. He's been doing it for 10 years. I don't think Cap's gone. I think they're going to keep him around.
Yeah, he's got a few more movies to do.
Cap, maybe Bucky then?
I don't. I feel like it's got to be someone that's got to have an impact. So, one definitely has to be Vision, right? Because they got to rip a gem out of his head.
Yeah, I can see Vision.
I feel like that's a
That's-
gimme.
It's pretty huge.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that's
gimme.
kind of a gimme on that one. So I think the other one's got to be big, and I don't think Bucky's big.
No, he's not big enough. But yeah, Iron Man, definitely Tony Stark
I'm
going.
putting my money on Iron Man.
But what if with Vision, it's just so obvious that he doesn't end up dying?
Um,
And then we lose the Hulk and Iron Man and Thor.
no, it won't be Thor.
Can't-
After Ragnarok.
Yeah, we can't lose Thor. I don't think you can
I'll tell you,
lose
it's not
Hulk.
going to be. It's not going to be Ant-Man because he got a movie coming out later this year. So,
Well, so it's
Oh,
pretty cool.
well, what's the I can never
and it
remember
won't be
her
Spider-Man.
name, but the
Yeah, they just got him back.
Scarlet Witch?
red, yeah.
Maybe in like a sacrifice yourself for Vision type thing.
Yeah.
Or hopefully
Yeah.
Iron Man.
There's
you
got
know,
to be a couple
someone
deaths.
that-
There's got to be some people that croak in this one.
Yeah, because like Thanos is supposed to be like a guy that can destroy the universe and not even flinch. So, if the Infinity War is supposed to be 2 movies, right? It's still supposed to be 2 movies, if I recall.
I don't know. I haven't really looked at
Like
that.
I believe this is supposed to be part 1 and part 2. So I feel like this one kind of has to end on like a big death. So like
It'll
Iron
end
Man
like on a big
death.
cliffhanger, and everyone's gonna be like, "What the fuck?" Everyone's
Iron
gonna be
Man
nerve
dies and
raging.
Cap's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I always loved you." And they kiss for like
Who
10
gets
minutes.
your money?
Who gets your money? It's fucking wife does.
Did you sign it over to me?
And then in the next part, they all kick his ass or something. That's my guess.
And then
Who
somehow
bounds
Iron Man
powers
was
and
dead. And he
revenge.
just went on a vacation.
No, I think he's dead for good. I don't think they. I think
Or
he's gonna be like 60 soon, right? Like he's got to be tired of doing these. I don't know.
I don't know. Would you be tired of making all that money?
But he's
I don't know.
an actor.
Actors are
He's
weird.
typecast. Yeah, that's the thing. He wants to play different roles. He wants to show some range. Getting older.
he can
Yeah,
play
he-
whatever
he-
he wants, but he just have to.
He
has
does.
to
He
keep
probably
doing
doesn't want to be
Iron Man
known as
too.
Iron Man only. Like he's pretty well known to be Iron Man. So
Like, what actors want and what audiences want. Like, fucking Harrison Ford hated the Han Solo character for like 30 years. Like, he never wanted to do it again. And I think the only reason he relented in the end for the new movies is just he's just an old dude, and he's like, you know what? I'll do it for like my grandkids to watch, that sort of thing, and I'll also get to kill him off because that's all he's ever wanted to do. Like, his favorite character he's always said is playing Indiana Jones. He loves playing Indiana Jones. So it's kind of sad that his last foray into it did not turn out so well.
Yeah.
Which is actually kind of funny, like, thinking about that and then watching the original Star Wars. You kind of see it a little bit in his performance overall.
I was watching like a list of flubs in Star Wars that I'd not seen before, and one that kind of shows like he really wasn't into it. It was in Empire Strikes Back, not Star Wars, and there's the scene on the Falcon where him and Leia are like kind of getting close, and they're doing like a back and forth, and Leia's doing her lines, and then you can see Harrison Ford like mouthing her lines. Like, you barely notice it. Like, I've seen Empire Strikes Back like a fucking million times. I've never noticed it before. So he's basically like, she says this and then I say this sort of thing. Which is exactly what's going on.
Just
It's
so he can keep himself on track. 'Cause he's just
I guess so.
Right.
It's like, imagine Steve was an actor and he's like, okay, what are we doing? All right. You remember
He's
the script,
like, 3,
Steve?
2,
Yeah, I remember the script.
1, mark.
Okay. So
Actually, that's totally how I would do it, because
Carrie
just trying
says
to
this.
fucking learn songs, I have to start from the beginning. So I'll be like, okay,
and then play the first
let me find
20
this script.
seconds by like 1.5 million times.
yeah.
Okay, so that's our prediction for Avengers. Maybe we'll start like an odds thing. I'd say very, very high chance it's Iron Man. I'd say Vision number 2, but we also like Scarlet Witch maybe.
Yeah.
I'm still on the Cap train.
You think Cap? All right.
Yeah.
I'm throwing wildcard Black Widow in there.
Wildcard Black Widow. Okay. I don't think
say
it'll be
Hawkeye.
Hulk, or I don't think anyone could give a fuck if it's Hawkeye. I think Hawkeye would die, and then people would be like, near the end of the movie, they'd be like, "Where's Hawkeye?" And they'd be like, "Oh, he died."
He died at the beginning.
Where's male Black Widow? What the fuck?
Ooh, I'll give you a dark horse. How about Loki?
Oh no, I don't want Loki to die, so I'm not gonna vote for Loki.
I know. I think that's why it would be kind of like, what? He's the bad guy, but I'd feel really bad if he died.
I think in 3 years we need a standalone Loki movie.
I don't know.
I agree with that. That'd be a great.
I think Tom Hiddleston could pull it off.
Okay, so what, we've chosen 8 out of 12 superheroes here? That's
Well,
not bad.
no one even said anything about the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, no
characters.
Guardians.
Oh, yeah.
Well, they just killed Groot, so I don't.
Hey,
I think they're a
kill him,
package.
He's alive.
No,
No,
that's
no,
not
no.
Groot.
Yeah, that they actually went out and said that Groot
That is
died
son of
in
Groot.
the first one, and that is his son in the second one.
Oh, it's still Groot.
Well, yeah, it's his seed, but it's not Groot.
Yeah.
Oh man,
It's Groof.
It's Groot.
it's Groot.
I am Groot.
Son of Groot.
He puts an
There's,
extra O in Groot. I'm Groot.
Groot.
It
They added an
was one of the
extra
credit
O for
scenes
each of the things.
In Guardians 2, I'd never seen. Like I saw the one with who the fuck? I think it was like Thanos or something. But there's one later where it's. Did you see the one with it's teenage Groot?
Yeah.
Did you guys see it?
Yeah.
I never saw it.
No, you didn't see that one?
No, because I usually skip. I usually watch the one because I saw it at the theater.
I never knew
believe.
that.
Oh,
was two.
okay, yeah. I saw
Yeah,
it.
there's
I
a
saw it
second
at
one.
home, so I just stayed and we had it running, and I'm like, oh, hey, there's another one.
Yeah, the second one's really later on. And it's probably the best one because it's fucking teenage. So like fucking, what's his name?
Star-Lord comes in.
Star-Lord comes in. He's like, clean up this room, and Groot's like,
Groot's
I'm
mess.
Groot.
Groot's playing video games. He's like, I am Groot. Like high-pitched Groot, like teenage Groot
No,
voice.
he's like fucking like I'm Groot.
So sass in there.
Yeah.
A mopey teenage Groot.
Yeah, exactly.
Hilarious.
And teenage Groot is in the trailer for the for Avengers.
Oh, is he?
You see him? Yeah, he's not baby Groot anymore. So let's see what they do with that.
That seed has grown.
The seed has grown.
Ian
Oh,
entered
no,
channel. What?
disconnected.
Oh, that's why Ian's been quiet. I thought it was just regular Ian.
Yeah, my connection's just being jumpy today.
He missed all our Groot. So the real reason we didn't record is because someone told one of the girls we work with that we do this, and now it's super embarrassing.
I'm so embarrassed for
Does
you.
one want to come over and make a cameo?
It's not embarrassing. Okay. I just thought it was funny that the person that we're talking about thought it was like some sort of secret thing. Apparently, she said Steve told her.
Who?
Oh,
You.
Oh,
Rika.
who?
you get called out,
Steve,
son.
Oh.
fucking tattletale.
No
brat.
girls
Well, you
allowed.
you like
This is a
play
boys'
you
club.
play it in the fucking like in the kitchen.
Use your words.
I didn't
There you
think
go.
it was I didn't think it was a secret.
No, it's not. But she did, which was hilarious because it was more like oh, they don't want you to know. She doesn't want you to know, but she's listened to your guys' videos, and I'm like, cool. Did she subscribe? Like that's all I give a shit about.
That's what we need.
Make us some money. So yeah, that's why we didn't do it because Steve was so embarrassed.
I'm so embarrassed right now. I don't know what to
Yeah.
say.
People we know.
Can't face any of them at work anymore.
So we can't talk about our cocks or anything like that because that would be embarrassing.
I gotta retire now.
I gotta retire, and he's out.
Joe's like my cock corner's out.
Done.
Or Joe just talks about his cock for 20 minutes during the podcast. There's a new feature we're
Just him
playing.
by
now.
himself.
Now he can't do it because
I can't.
people we know and his mom are listening.
Yeah.
And his
If she knew what the podcast was, then maybe I'd worry.
Strangely, it's Steve's mom's favorite part of the podcast.
Hello. My mom turns off. Steve's
that
mom,
great
turn it
segue.
up. Hello.
So I love Steve's response. He's like,
It's been 6 weeks without a mom joke, and here we are, 20 minutes in.
That's like,
No, Kobe fucking leaves the house like twice a day sometimes just to go to Rupert to fuck my mom.
Yep. Come
That's the same
downstairs,
sound you
put my
make when
shoes
you're-
on. He's like, hey,
you're-
where are you going? Going to fuck your mom. Going to see your mom.
it's the same sound you make like when you're walking downtown with like a girl you're trying to impress and you just step in some shit and you're just like, I won't say anything about this.
Well, look at that.
What happened? Nothing.
Nothing.
Just don't worry.
Don't look at my feet.
Scraping my shoe.
Do you see that
grass and
hobo over
stuff.
there? He smells pretty potent. Pretty potent.
You shit your pants?
Nope. Not today, at least.
Not today. Kept it together.
All right, so let's take a dark turn.
Oh.
Darker than the
Stanley's
shadow of
death.
Joe's cock. Stanley's not dead yet.
This imminent death.
Well, I mean, everyone's
Hey, don't
death's
say that,
imminent
man.
in a cosmic scale.
That is true.
Part of the reason man, I hate using this term because it sounds so fucking serious, but I've seen it a lot actually, not just in a personal way, but just the issue of mental health has come up so much. I watch a lot of basketball, and I watch the Raptors, and one of our guys is a guy named DeMar DeRozan who's been like really open about the depression he's going through. He's had some, I think it was like his father's been sick, and he just got divorced and stuff. He's having a great season, but he's been kind of really open about the stuff he's been going through, and it's kind of brought out another guy, Kevin Love. He apparently had to step out of some games because he had like full-on anxiety attacks. So this is like something like no one would talk about like 10 years ago, especially in sports.
No.
Especially in sports.
Yeah, like it's just not something you
do.
don't want to.
Well,
yeah.
that ties
You don't wanna come
almost
across
back
as
to Marvel because, like Captain America, whatever his name is, suffers from anxiety as well. He had to get counseling to play Captain America.
Chris
Whatever.
Evans.
Chris Evans, that's
Evans.
it. I knew it was one of the Chris's, I just couldn't remember his last name.
So,
I saw
many,
eight
so many
Chris's.
Chris's.
Yeah.
There's so many.
But yeah,
I saw
he,
someone else talking about it recently too.
yeah, he suffers from like, he was really scared and like severe, like crazy anxiety about playing the role and stuff like that too, and he had to get some serious counseling to do
The
it.
fame
And
of,
continue doing it.
Committing to like a 10 movie contract.
Yeah, that too, right? He just couldn't handle it.
No,
And
pressure.
understandably, like, how can you prepare yourself for that? Like, hey, we're locking you in for the next 30 years. You got to play this one role, da-da-da-da-da. Like, it's freaky.
Yeah.
Same with even basketball players. Like, you got to perform in front of a million people, billions of people, whatever, right? Each and every night. Like, how do you not have anxiety? Like,
Yeah, the weird thing with DeMar too is he's having a really great season, like top 10 player in the league sort of thing. He's definitely the he's not the most important player on the team, but he's the best player on the team, which sounds strange unless you watch basketball. Yeah, but you could tell like he'd just throw down a dunk or he'd score a game-tying 3 or a game winner, and he'd just kind of turn around and he just had this kind of like whatever look on his face. People are like, "What's going on with DeMar?" And his best friend on the team is Kyle Lowry. Some loud people in the hallway, and like Kyle's very like kind of like open and very like exuberant, so he'd be like jumping up and down and patting on the back sort of thing. And a lot of people, including myself, were saying like Kyle understood what DeMar was going through. Like they couldn't really express his emotions, and he's kind of doing it for him. But yeah, there was someone else in the news too. I mean, I can't remember who it was. It was a movie person. I don't think it'll be in the news right now, but it was about a recent movie. Yeah, I don't see enough, but it's definitely something that's been coming up a lot now. Like, oh no, it's The Rock. The Rock.
Yes.
Yeah, he was talking about. I didn't read it, but I just saw the headline. And he was talking. It was during like the Rampage promo tour, I guess.
Ugh, that movie.
I haven't seen. Did you watch it?
No, as soon as I heard that they're making a movie about Rampage, I was like, how can you make a movie of an arcade game where you smash down buildings while playing as George the fucking
challenge accepted. Challenge
in
accepted.
But yeah, he was talking about depression as well, and you're like, The Rock, really?
Happens to everyone.
So
it happens to anyone, yeah.
Well, it definitely can, because I remember we had Christmas probably about 10 years ago, and it had been the first time I'd seen my mom in about 4 or 5 years because she lives down south. She came up and she had said, she went to a doctor and she got diagnosed for depression. She was like, you should talk to someone because you're probably going to suffer it as well. And I'm just in my head, I'm like, I know I do. And but I was really reluctant to do anything about it because basically, I don't think it's as bad with depression, but I don't know if you guys met anyone like bipolar disorder.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure everyone knows at least one person with bipolar. But they basically put you on these drugs, and I've always been worried about like once you get on these drugs, it kind of change who you are, and that's that's the reason I don't really do drugs. Period. Even like recreational ones, like, I'm not really keen on changing my mental chemistry. I've always been kind of weird about that.
From someone who knows someone personally really close with bipolar, they do change you.
Yeah, they do. Usually for the better, but
it's 50-50. It's 50-50. Yeah.
Yeah, but sometimes I worked with a guy and he'd take these pills, and when he wasn't on them, he kind of seemed more like real, if you know what I mean. Mm-hmm. And when he was on them, he seemed like a little too happy, and I was just like, I don't know if I want to go that route because I feel like I like kind of having a bit of an edge, even if it means like not feeling super awesome all the time. And depression's not like you fucking feel shitty all the time. Depression's more like everyone's got and I'm not a professional, I'm not a doctor, this is just kind of my experience dealing with it, is everyone's got kind of a threshold for dealing with shit. And when you get to that threshold, you deal with it differently. So I've been able to handle like shit for a long time. And I don't know.
You're saying about me?
What's going on?
What the fuck?
We were talking about bipolar, mental health. So there it is, cat out of the bag, because I never listed her name. Crystal is bipolar.
The most awkward of the timing.
What are you telling her I'm bipolar?
Oh
We're
shit,
on a
Joe
podcast, we're
owes
recording.
somebody money.
Oh, hi.
Oh, hi, she says. Yeah, she's
Hello.
bipolar, and she's off the drugs now. And it's better that she is off of them because it is a struggle. When she's on them, it's a different person. It's not her. And
Yeah.
we'd rather her be off of them and try to figure out stuff other ways by eating healthier and stuff like that.
And coping strategies
And
and
coping strategies like punching pillows and stuff.
punching Joe.
Yeah, I think that's what a lot of it is. I think a coping strategy is actually good. And I think I've been good at dealing with like the coping, but as Ian knows, things have happened recently in our employment where it's just become so fucking hard to like.
Yeah.
It was basically the thing that triggered me, and that's why we kind of just stopped doing this for 6 weeks. Because basically, when you get full on affected by depression, it's basically all your inspiration, all your energy is just fucking gone. And when you get away from the thing that is just fucking wrecking your life. You just want to just do nothing. For me, it was just like, I just want to go home and play fucking WoW for like 8 hours and then go to bed sort of thing. Or I just want to do this or watch a movie or fucking watch Brooklyn Nine-Nine and just have something fun in my life.
I love Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Yeah, I've been rewatching it all while I've been like playing games recently.
Did you hear it might get canceled?
I heard.
What?
Don't even say that. Don't even tell me that.
Why? What's the reason?
It's because Fox is being bitches and stuff like that, and their ratings are a bit lower, but because a lot of people are going to Hulu and like Netflix and stuff like that. But
Yeah, Netflix will pick it up.
Oh.
I don't even worry about that shit anymore.
yeah, I know
will pick it
Netflix will
up.
buy it. Like it's
And then
it's-
it'll become a
It
Netflix
is honestly
original.
the best show I've seen, like a sitcom, like in
In
the
a while.
past
I mean,
long.
That's
time.
what.
Yeah.
That's what they did with Community. Community got canceled, and then like someone picked it up. So
Yeah.
I mean, that's what happens with those shows. But yeah, so that's basically what happened. Like, it just got like work became so shit, and it's still not good. Like, it's still hard for me. Like, Ian would ask me, like, what kind of games you want to record? And I'd be like, I just look at him like, I don't care. Like, I just want to get out of this fucking, like, I just want to get away from this. And part of my issue was, like, I'd worked at that place for a long time, and I'm kind of pissed that I might have to, find a new job because, we hired some loser to fucking do it. So, that was basically what was going on. And, so it's kind of forced me to face like what's going on with me personally, and I don't know. I'm still in the middle of it, but I would like to get back on track with what we're doing. I'm not sure with what though. It's still hard to like think creatively or just think about like editing a video or stuff like that. That's why we're just doing a podcast today. And like I can't even like think of a fucking game right now that we'd all be into and that we all have. So yeah. Just like mental health issues are fucking widespread, and I guarantee it. Even if you don't think you do, probably 5 fucking people that are suffering from some sort of, just something. And you'll never really realize it until something triggers it. And then even if that happens, some people just don't fucking like know it when they see it. They're like,
Or
why
even
is he?
realize that they're experiencing it.
Yeah, they'll be like, why is he so grumpy all the time?
Oh, so he's moody today.
Yeah, and it's just like, ugh. And I try not to let it affect me at work. And some days is good, and some days is bad. It's generally depending on who's working or not, or just what happens. And it's I don't know.
That sucks when there's just people at work that just like it's already not optimal, but at least if you have a good team that makes it just fucking bearable.
Yeah, like our business is very high stress. If anyone's worked in like a restaurant industry, so when something is just completely shitting all over it, and you're just like, but yeah, and like I don't have any advice for people dealing with this shit. Like, don't do what I've done, which is basically nothing. But the advice I can give people. Yeah, the advice I can give people who are with those people that are suffering from is just don't be the guy that says like, "Oh, cheer up," or "You just need to do this," or "Have some drinks," or fucking like. There's no easy solution.
No, there isn't.
It's just something triggers it, and then you just gotta cope with it. But
Yeah, well, we had the break there. I lost my job at the dump, and then broke up with my girlfriend of a year. So yeah, for a little bit there, it was pretty dark days.
yeah,
Dark days,
And-
long nights.
and like, oh, that's the other thing too. Like, I think that's part of the taboo of depression and other stuff is people are like, oh, there's something wrong with him. It's like, yeah, the thing that's wrong with you is just something that's different in your brain. Like it's all just fucking chemicals, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And some people's like what happened to Kobe could have happened to someone else, and they would deal with it completely different. Kobe's like upset and sad like a normal person would be for a little while. For someone else, it's just fucking devastating, right?
Mm-hmm. Kind of the end of the world
yeah,
situations.
and the same with like the stuff going on with me at work. For some people, just like, oh, this sucks, whatever. For me, it's like I fucking can't handle this. This is the worst, and I hate my job. So it's just the chemicals in your brain get triggered by the same thing, but some people deal with it differently. So I'm hoping things get better, or maybe I'll fucking find a new job, or maybe things will just improve. Because I hate leaving like what we've done behind, but at the same time, I can't force myself to fucking do shit.
It's too hard to force yourself into doing things knowing that your heart's not into it.
Especially creative things.
Especially
Like,
creative things, because you need to be able to touch into the heart.
Yeah, I mean, you just need to be like inspired. And like I said, one of the first things that goes when you get depressed is just like that inspiration to do stuff. All you kind of just want is relief from whatever's going on that you don't like. So
And
actually,
whatever form that is.
yeah, coming home from a shit day at work and going like, all right, I'm gonna edit some videos that I'm not really into doing right now.
No,
So-
it doesn't sound like
Doesn't
sound
sound
like something
good.
anyone will want to do.
Yeah.
It's already work on in the first place, even when I'm into it. So, so yes, pray for us.
Please send your thoughts and prayers.
Thoughts and prayers.
Thoughts and prayers.
Thoughts and prayers.
Light a few candles.
Light a few candles. Put a colored flag on your icon on Facebook. If you still use Facebook. And all your data hasn't been hacked. I guess that happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, during our break, the Facebook thing. That was interesting. It came through one of the... Apparently, the big one with the Trump stuff came through one of those stupid like personality quizzes that people do on Facebook all the fucking time.
Well, I want to see what Game of Thrones character I am. Sorry.
I need to know which X-Men I am.
It's the real important thing.
Wolverine. Cool. Come on, people answer those things so they can turn out to be the guy they want to be.
Yeah. What would Jon Snow do?
Yeah.
What do I like? Fuck, I love the cold.
Daenerys would like.
I love the cold and cousins. That's what I'm voting for.
I'm the old Tyrell lady. That's who I am.
Marches.
I want to be.
Just mad.
I want to poison people and take naps.
It's like, what? I'm the eunuch?
First question. How many
balls.
balls do you have?
Do you have a dick? Yes, no.
Yes, no. maybe
You're a
so.
worm. Can you fight? Yes or no? Do you like talking to birds?
Do you have one hand or two hands?
Are you a dwarf?
Do you like fire? Do you not like fire?
How many times have you died? Completely off topic. Well, kind of on topic to Game of Thrones, but off topic to anything you guys would be interested in. There's this series called Game of Zones. If there's any basketball fans listening,
Ooh, that actually sounds kind of cool.
where they take like things that have happened during the basketball season and they kind of overlay it with Game of Thrones kind of characters and themes. It's all animated. I've never watched it before until like last week. It's the fucking funniest thing I've ever seen. If you watch basketball. If you don't, it's probably going to mean nothing to you. But if you have, it's fucking fantastic. It's done by Bleacher Report. So I highly recommend it to basketball fans. Because you will not get the jokes if you don't. Okay. Let's go to a more fun thing now. Now that we've talked about my crippling depression.
Yay! Fun things.
I was watching... Well, we put it on, but I didn't get to watch it much. We put it on at work yesterday, and then we had the most horrible day ever, myself and Ian. Was that yesterday? Was it
Came
Sunday
out of
yesterday?
nowhere. Yeah, Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fucking shitty. I put on Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom, which is significant to me because it's the first movie I really remember watching. I think it came out at 83, so I was 7 or 8. And I remember it was a big deal because we lived in Vancouver, and on my birthday, we went to Chuck E. Cheese, which is a big deal when you're a little kid. And then we went to see Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. And I'd seen movies before, obviously, but that's the first one I kind of really remember for all like the hype and shit like that. Like I remember seeing Return of the Jedi as well, but it wasn't quite as in my head. But I still remember Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom so well, even though I haven't seen it for like 10 years, that every like dialogue bit that hits, I remember. Like, he's going to say this now. She's going to say this now. He's going to say this now. So I thought that was interesting, and I posed the question to you guys: what is the first movie you really that really resonated with you that you remember seeing? We're
I first one like movie theater I went to, I think it was like Lord of the Rings.
How old
Just
are you?
remember, I would have been like 6, maybe.
Really?
6, 7.
What?
You were like 40.
We're just little babies, okay?
Fucking.
Don't
it's
hate
hard
us.
for me to deal with.
I remember the marathon we used to do before going wait in line for the movies.
What? So like Fellowship of the Ring?
Yeah, Fellowship. I like went to Fellowship and the Two Towers. Went to Stardust and then went to the theater. It was like, it's a good time.
And so, you'd say you remember most of that experience in the theater.
Yeah, I can. Yeah,
Okay.
definitely.
Well, that's
But,
interesting. So potentially, Steve could have been one of the kids in the theater that we fucking hated because they were like talking and asking.
That, you know what? There's a
questions.
good chance. There's a really good chance.
Yeah, I
Good
remember
shit.
watching that movie when I was a kid, and I kept asking my auntie, like, how come they don't wear shoes? Where are the shoes?
And
And
were there like
like 10 minutes later, I would ask again, like, where are the shoes?
were there like two white dudes like 10 rows back telling you to shut the fuck up?
No, I was like super into it. I was my fucking
Well, how
I,
could you
like
not,
watched with
right?
my auntie and uncle, and they're, like asking me questions like, "Wait, which one is that? Is that this fucking King's?" It's like, shut. It's fuck.
Honestly, that'd be a pretty cool experience. I think to have Lord of the Rings be one of your first movies.
And then other than that, it was like Final Destination. The first one is like one that sticks in my mind because it just terrified me for a long time. And then like Green Mile. My mom was a young person, and so we watched all the movies she wanted to watch.
That's how it goes. Doesn't matter how old your mom is. If you're a kid, you watch what your mom watches.
Yeah. What morning cartoons? Oh, the news again? Oh, okay. Oh, Days of Our Lives. Oh, all right.
Oprah. Ian.
It'd probably be Toy Story 1 or Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone.
Oh, yep. That's what. Yep.
That's good ones.
Love Toy Story. I thought my toys were alive every time I leave the room. And then Harry Potter, I thought that was awesome too, because I would just go home, slip on a bathrobe, and grab the broomstick, and then just like run around the house.
Oh man. Is that like a boy thing, like going to a movie and then wanting to do this thing when you get out of the movie, like
Yeah, when
Watch
you're a
like
young
an
kid and
action
have a lot
movie
of imagination, yeah.
and trying to like fight stuff? Like, let's fight stuff. I just watched Batman.
I want to fight things.
Just a fist fight.
Kobe.
Actually, my for movie theater was actually going to be Harry Potter, Philosopher's Stone as well. But the one I'd say I would remember the best would be Lion King.
Ooh.
We had, we had all the Disney ones, all the classic Disney ones on VHS, and
Mm.
just rewatched them countless times. Lion King,
Yeah.
Toy Story, Bugs
Yeah, I think
Life.
for video. Yeah, for video for sure. It's always like something you have sitting around. But you'd say like theater experiences.
Yeah, Philosopher's Stone.
Yeah.
Cause
I think. I don't know. I think it's something about your first movie, like your theater experience, that you kind
Yeah.
of, because you're in there, and it's dark, and there's all these people around, and your brain is just kind of finally clicked on to like remembering things and understanding things. It
and,
seems more serious.
and when you're little too, there's a massive screen in front of you,
Yeah.
so you love that.
Yeah.
This fucking popcorn, you get treats.
Popcorn
it's
and treats.
the
Yeah.
whole shebang.
All right, Joe.
Mine actually is the Lion King. Cause
Oh
yeah, because we used to when we were kids. We used to go to Alberta for vacation. That's where my parents are from. My dad's from. So we went to the West Edmonton Mall. My brother and I got to go to Lion King. It was like the biggest theater. Like when you're from Rupert, right? This thing's like massive,
Yep.
right? So we got to go there and see the Lion King, and they got like the size of their treats, and popcorn was just massive. And I remember like eating so many sour candies that my tongue was numb for 2 days.
Oh my god.
But it was just a surreal experience, like being a small kid and going to West Edmonton Mall 1 and then going to go see this massive movie while you're there in this huge theater. It was just like awesome.
I
Yeah,
actually
I
have
don't,
not been to the mall yet.
West
Or
Edmonton.
the West Edmonton Mall.
I've been there once when, and this will make Joe sad because he was supposed to be with us when we went to see SmackDown and Raw.
That's
Edmonton,
yeah, I remember that.
back when we were being into wrestling in the early 20s, and Joe chose work over wrestling.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was into wrestling
What
in
were
the
you,
early
like,
20s.
50
We were the
then?
same.
I guess the work panned out in the long run.
Yeah, but now you know all these awesome memories of seeing one of the last Chris Benoit matches before he went fucking crazy.
That's true.
Hey, maybe I watched the last fucking... Because I watched Chris Benoit before he did that shit. Maybe I saw you in the crowd.
Did you go to a live wrestling thing?
No, but I watched
No.
it every
yeah.
Friday and Monday.
No, we yeah, it was in Edmonton. He was the main event. I think he was wrestling Austin. I
Yeah.
remember being extra disappointed because we were huge Edge and Christian fans, and I also love Triple H, and they were all injured for those fucking shows.
No way.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, that's when Triple H had just like destroyed his fucking quad when he was fighting Jericho. Remember?
Oh, and then they did that preview of him where it's like, we've built him better, stronger,
Yeah.
faster.
Yeah.
He was gone so long that he left as a heel and he came back as a face because everyone just wanted him to fucking come back. Yeah, that quad injury. I remember that quad injury because he fucking basically ripped the quad right off the bone, which is like the worst way to do it.
Man.
And he fucking still finished the match. He pedigreed Jericho through the fucking table with his quad ripped off the bone.
Yeah.
What a
Because
beast.
at that point, you're just like, what more damage can I do?
Yeah.
It's not like a partial tear that I'm gonna make worse.
So or
It's
even
fucking-
after he came back,
Well, he
he was
probably
still
didn't even
taped up for a
know.
little while too.
I think you kind of know when the quad is completely torn from the bone.
I guess. I mean, like, maybe all the adrenaline, and he's just
Yeah.
like, well, fuck, I fucked something up, but I'm Triple H. I'm the
Yeah.
fucking...
He probably would have done it. Those guys are crazy. But yeah, I remember that, and I was kind of disappointed. But we still had fun. I remember getting diarrhea like within an hour of going to Denny's.
Yeah, that'll happen.
It was fucking terrible.
It's like all the gross people that you don't fucking hire. They're like in restaurants that they go to Denny's.
I also
Right.
remember fucking Calgary's like the worst designed city ever. I think the story with Calgary is just like grown so fast. Maybe like they didn't know what to fucking do.
Oh,
'Cause
Kobe
we-
knows.
Yeah.
Kobe?
Calgary's pretty.
Well, not Calgary, Regina.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've
They
been to
built
Calgary many
similar.
times. Calgary's like a weird layout.
Yeah, I remember we're trying to get into it, and we like drove around Calgary like 4 times trying to figure out where. It's just like a big circle of highway around the city. I liked Edmonton a lot
Let
more.
us in.
Edmonton was fun, and we went to West Edmonton Mall, and we saw the wave pool, and we went to Hooters every night because it was fucking awesome. We went to Hooters because we wanted to see some titties the first time, but we went back because the
For the
food was
wings.
good.
Oh,
Yeah, so props to Hooters for your titties and your wings. All right, let's close off with some games, but let's put a little. Well, we can ask about the games, but I want to talk about some specific games first. Essentially, games that have kind of changed. I was thinking about Fortnite the other night. Like, I don't play Fortnite.
I've been playing.
You used to
a
play
lot.
Fortnite, but then
A
I just
lot.
concentrated on fucking Battlegrounds, and I was like, okay, I'm done. Not
Yeah.
much of a competitive player. I get frustrated too easily, so I wouldn't bother.
Like, we played Fortnite when it first came out, when it was a completely different game, and I kind of liked it, but then it kind of just got old. And then they just completely changed how that fucking game is, and now it's like the most popular game in the fucking world.
Yeah, because they added the free-to-play battle royale part
happening?
of it.
Who is this?
I don't know who that
I'm hearing
is.
really scratchy noises. Loud noise.
Yeah.
What's going on?
I think
it's
that
the-
was me.
Okay, it's stopped. So yeah, continue.
Yeah, because like I play battle royale. That's what I've been playing for the past 6 weeks. Like a lot of it. It is a blast. Like I like it. Win
It
or
is-
lose,
it
it's
is
still
a
fun.
blast.
It's a fun, and especially if you got like met a whole bunch of people on Discord and stuff like that, and playing with them, and you squad up and you just go. And like I said, it's free to play, but because we've got the Founders Pass, you can get the V-Bucks and stuff like that, and get your skins and emotes. And yeah, it's just an overall fun game. And Epic, as always, I remember like Epic Games like back in the day, like they've been developing games for like ever.
Well, Epic knows their PvP
Yeah,
for sure.
Epic's good. Epic's good, and I'm glad that because of it, their engine, PUBG runs off of an Epic game engine. So they were like,
Yeah.
why don't we make
Well,
our
that's
own
the story.
battle
That's
royale
what I
game?
find interesting about the story is PUBG came out and it was fucking huge, and everyone's playing it, and it's like, oh, this is the best thing ever. Everyone loves it. I couldn't care less about it because
I've never played it.
Yeah, but I mean, it was the same. And then basically Fortnite came out and they did their thing, and they're like, well, this ain't working, so they changed it to basically PUBG. But I guess the thing is, Fortnite, it's like the engine's a lot better, Like it's a lot more optimized, I guess, is what people really like about it.
Well, it's their own engine, right? And the
Yeah.
fact that it's free to play as well
Yeah,
is
it's
kind of a
free.
nice
And I think
incentive.
it being a little different, like with the cartooniness, I think probably makes, plus just the unique flavor. Like assume there's still like a lot of the building and stuff, right? Like that's the whole thing.
Oh
Yeah.
As soon as someone starts shooting at you, you build
You
those
build,
walls.
you start building your one by one. You get those stairs down fast, boy. You get them down.
I suck at building so hard.
But I meant just the fun aspects of the game. Like there was a glitch where you could ride on missiles if you jumped and landed from your teammates. They didn't take it out. They made it a feature. Basically, is what they did. Like, okay, you guys can do this. Sure, we'll make homing missiles so you can like fly each other around the map.
Yep. You can
That's
control it now. And
That's
fly
what they
it.
did. Yeah, basically they made it a feature. They're like, it's not a bug, it's a feature.
Well, the reason I notice it now because I see like a lot of basketball players and stuff play it now. Like with the younger crowd of players, they often stream. Like some of the best players in the league will like, I'm playing Fortnite. That's kind of the thing they talk about.
Drake plays
so-
Fortnite.
Yep.
No, fuck Drake. I'm talking about Carl Anthony Towns and guys like that. But yeah, like once I start seeing it kind of like pervade the like the zeitgeist or the popular culture of people outside of gaming, then you kind of know something's gotten really huge. Is it available not just on PC? Is it like
Yeah,
an Xbox
it's
or
on Xbox,
cross-platform.
PlayStation, and on mobile now.
So that's probably why it's doing so well.
And then Switch is next, and basically, like I said, it's free to play. You can buy like little skins and emotes or battle passes, whatever you want to do, but you don't have to if you don't want to. So it's like,
And you can do cross-platform now too.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like Jesus. It's got
Well,
everything.
Mm-hmm.
Good for them.
And the
Just fuck
kitchen
PUBG.
sink.
On the flip side, another game I was looking at is Destiny 2. And Destiny 2 is just fucking nosedived.
What game is that?
Yeah.
Their population numbers are like 10% of what they were at launch.
Oh,
Like
wow.
it is just completely dropped off. Like I do not understand how you have a game like Destiny, which started off roughly, like Steve, you played it, right?
Yep.
Original Destiny. Started off fairly roughly, and then they made it a lot better as the game went out. And then they're like, let's make a sequel, and remember nothing of what we just learned in the last 2 years.
Yeah.
Like we all played it, and it was a lot of fun for like a month, and then you get to the end game sort of thing, and you're just like,
Cool.
well, fuck, yeah, like what else? What's there to do
Run
now?
through the
Like,
same 5 levels over and over and over.
yeah, run the same levels, hope you get a drop,
Oh shit.
and it was just like this is the same Bungie works with Activision, who also works with Blizzard. I remember just saying, like, why don't they just send all the Bungie team over to Blizzard and go, how are you guys doing this? Fucking 8 million people still play your game after 14 years, and they love it. And Bungie would be like, do this shit. Give people tons of shit to do, because that was the problem with Destiny 2. There's nothing to do. You do your stuff on Tuesday, and then you're done. You don't have to play anymore.
Well, there are some stuff to do in the game. It's just that the rewards aren't good enough.
Well, yeah, the rewards are shit. That was the thing. And then, or the rewards are good, but you don't get the thing you want. And that was part of it. Plus, there's just no economy in that game. Like, there's no fucking auction house or anything like that. There's just loot boxes and...
So if you get anything good that you may not want, but someone else might want, there's no way of like trading it around or doing anything?
Yeah, there's nothing you can do with it. All you can do is hold it for an ult. Which is, like, who wants an ult in that game? Like, who wants to do all that shit again?
Can I grind again, please, sir?
It's just too bad, because, like, a couple weeks ago, I was like, I kind of want to play Destiny. What's it like now? And I just went on Reddit, and they're like, it's the worst. It's fucking terrible. A good example of a game that turned around is The Division. The Division was, I remember, one of the reasons I wanted to start doing this channel in the first place, because I wanted to do Division stuff. I really liked the idea of it. And then it came out, and it was not very good. And then they started slowly turning it around, and now it's actually really good, but no one plays it because it's been fucking 2 years, and that's too long to fix the game. But they put like the armor sets in. Like me and Joe played it enough to get like some of the armor sets, and it is really fun. It's just there's not a lot of people playing it anymore, and it still does have some flaws. But I mean, some of the stuff they did with the Division, they could do with Destiny 2. Like I really like the idea of the armor sets. Like it really added cool signature stuff to your. Like my armor set was that tanky one with the shield.
Yeah. And then,
And then you could use like an SMG and
I was
which
going
one
for
did
like
you
the
have?
flamethrower set or the sentry set. And I was like, yeah, we'll be like the flamethrower shield guy.
Nice.
Yeah. and it was like sniper ones and stuff like that, and the ones that gave your team buffs, and ones that gave the guys damage debuffs. Like
Yeah.
they really figured it out, and I don't think they did. I think Bungie feels like it's too like, oh, we're Bungie.
Mm-hmm. We had
People will play
Halo
our game.
3.
Yeah. So that's too bad. That's kind of a game that's gonna fall down. It feels like, or when it finally gets good, it'll be like Division, where no one even fucking plays it. So Division 2 is apparently in the works. So maybe they will not pull a Destiny 2, and they'll actually have an awesome game. Like if they just take everything.
So yeah, there's hope.
Like if they take everything they learned off the Division and put that in Division 2, then they might get something. So I
Yeah.
guess we'll see. I don't know. Ubisoft's been kind of on a not shit streak recently. Far Cry 5 got some flack, but I love that game. I thought it was really, at least like visually and game.
What was
like
the flack?
Was. The story. Some people thought the story was like too tepid.
Yeah, it's biased. It's people have opinions.
Yeah, people thought they were trying to make some like comment on like the government and stuff, but they kind of pulled their punches, and it's like, it's a Far Cry story, who cares? And there was some like bugs, like enemies respawning a bit too quickly. But I think overall Far Cry 5 is fucking fantastic. I spent a long time in that game. People loved the last what's the Assassin's Creed game?
Was
Apparently
it
that-
Origins? Or
Yeah, the one in Egypt. People are fucking falling all over themselves loving that one. So if Ubisoft does Division 2, hopefully they've kind of learned their lessons. Also, Ghost Recon was pretty fucking good.
Yeah.
Even though all the DLC was fucking stupid. I hate DLC in games where you don't get to play the character you played in the fucking main game. Why did they do this? They're like, oh, it's a side adventure. You play a new character. It's like, I don't give a shit. I want to play more of the guy I played for fucking 80 hours. Is that just me? Am I crazy?
Maybe.
maybe a little bit.
Maybe a little bit.
I don't
Because
think
you know,
guys take-
80 hours, that's a long time. You just need to sit down, take 5, let someone else do all the heavy lifting for a while.
I just want to have more adventures with that guy that I spent 80 hours working on, though.
But what if he dies in this side adventure? Then what? Then he's
He
gone.
won't. Because I'm not bad at games.
Oh, wait, is that a thing?
Shots fired. Shots fired.
Far Cry 2 is actually one of the games I want to record.
Oh,
But
I
obviously,
remember
it's only...
playing that. Fucking
It's or not Far Cry 2.
jamming.
No. Far Cry 5 is what I meant to say. It is one of the games I want to record, but it's only 2 players, and I don't think anyone else actually got it. So
Nope.
it's good, but it's not like there's no 4 or 5 multiplayer version of it. So we'll go to the shop and try and figure out what we want to play. If anything. Does anyone have any game stuff they want? I saw Joe was playing Smite.
Yeah.
Steve.
Joe,
Yes.
you didn't tell me.
Some of the guys that play with them Fortnite also play Smite and like YouTube Smite.
Oh yeah, I guess
then they
they're
like,
worth
hey,
it then.
why don't you play
I
Smite?
only ask you every day to play Smite.
And I'm like, hey, I already have an account. They're like, I thought you don't play. Well, there's this other guy. I might try to play with him. So I played a little bit of Smite.
Alright.
How was that?
I'm a one-trick ramen. Steve will know what that means.
One trick
Yeah.
ramen.
He's a hunter noob.
I see.
Rats
Ian, you
that
been playing
pony.
anything?
I've been playing Black Desert.
Again? Fucking
Yeah.
get away from that game.
Join
They just
me
try
in
to take your money.
Fortnite. I
It's
need more
fun.
people to help me die.
Well, I also been playing Pixar. Well, not as much now, but it's probably more fun than co-op.
Pixar, right? Okay. Kobe, anything?
I went and picked up Arkham Origins,
Arkham Origins. Oh, okay.
and holy
And-
shit!
We want to talk about 6-year-old games, sure.
Or no, not Origins.
Arkham Knight.
Knight. Yep.
Arkham
that's the
Knight?
one. Arkham Knight. Oh
Arkham
my
Knight has
God.
a lot in.
There's so much in it,
Yeah.
and it just hits you in the feels if you're a Batman fan, I guess. But I really enjoy the game, and there's just so much to do. I mean, any
I
of the
bought it.
Batman games.
I bought it on sale, but I haven't played it yet.
It's good. I
I
recommend it.
I played all of the first one. I played
much
some of Arkham
Batmobile.
City. Yeah, I heard that people don't love the Batmobile
In
in Arkham Knight.
Oh, it's all right. I mean,
You don't sound
But
enthusiastic.
it gets old fast.
it gets old pretty fast. But
Yeah.
are you
I don't-
gonna play it? Do I
Arkham Knight?
Do I need to? Do I spoil anything?
No, I've watched Sips do a full playthrough. You can't ruin it for me.
Okay, yeah. So it turns into a tank,
We can
basically.
ruin for
Yeah.
everyone who's watching this.
Guys,
Spoiler alert.
sorry we spoiled the fact that the Batmobile turns into a tank later on in the
Goddamn
game,
tank.
And Optimus Prime appears.
and
Yep.
Optimus Prime appears. Okay, well that's good. Hope you enjoyed that. Those are good style of game. Those I'd like to see. Was it Rocksteady that made the original ones? I'd like to see them do some other characters, other superhero games. Maybe they'll do that. What are they doing now?
What are they doing right now?
They stopped doing the Batman games.
I think.
Oh, speaking of new games, there is a new Red Dead Redemption coming out.
Can't wait, gonna get it. Excited.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
that's right.
Not available for PC though.
What?
Just all of you.
Probably, and it's fucking Rockstar, so they're probably like they're not gonna say anything about it, and we might.
Like
I
5
feel like
years later, then they announce it for PC.
Yeah, I think we will get it, but I'm gonna expect it for like a year, and I'm not gonna buy a console for it. It just says Rocksteady is working on the game, but they're not saying what. So hopefully it's good. Steve's real quiet because he doesn't know shit about games.
I've been playing Crib on my phone.
Have you been pegging for points, Steve? Are you pegging for points?
All day.
You probably didn't. When's the last time you even played Smite?
Actually, I was playing Smite on the console back at home. It was awful,
Ugh.
but
Oh
it
man,
sparked
I
my
loved
interest,
it
and I
on the
wanted to play
console.
my. Oh well. Yeah.
I was just
Well-
too disappointed that I couldn't take the PC account and send it over to the Xbox one.
long.
It's like, no, you can only do that during promotion. It's like, okay, well, I'm not gonna play it on the console then. Sorry,
Shit.
because I had
But-
have buy the pack and you get all the gods and all future gods. So I have every single god, and going from that to having no gods, no, thank you.
No, thank you. Well, that's how they get more money out of you. Well, you guys can play with Joe now. Joe's just a big MOBA guy. He loves it.
I don't know. It sounded like you were going a little different direction there.
Well, there is an adventure mode where people team up and take on the AI.
Yeah, I've seen that
I'm
now.
having trouble explaining this. They go through like a dungeon, I think, and you just
Pretty much like a dungeon.
yeah
A little
face enemies, get
5-player
loot,
dungeon.
fight a boss, and then you win.
New character in Overwatch. Anyone try her? Yeah.
Bridget
No.
that
Bridget.
I haven't played Overwatch since Steve made me cry and rage quit.
I haven't played it. Seen a lot of good porn of her, but haven't seen her in gameplay. So I heard she's pretty fun. I don't know what she does. I think she's support.
Yeah, she's a support. She's like
It's like a lighter version of Reinhardt, I think.
yeah.
Well, you never. I like
But
Overwatch,
she's like
but
Torbjorn's
every time I get
daughter or something, or like
Yeah.
adopted daughter.
she's Torbjorn's daughter here or something like that.
Yeah.
Every time I get into it, I get into the competitive, and I'm just like, what do I get from this?
Toxic.
I get
Toxic.
There's no reward for competitive.
Fucking leg.
You get a gold gun and you get sad. So they need to put something in it to make it more interesting to me. Still, I don't think they care about what I think individually because they seem to be doing all right. But that's just gonna be my feelings on Overwatch. I did like Moira though. Moira was fun with her piss gun. All right, I think we're good. Are we done?
I think we are.
Kobe's like,
No.
"I don't
Kobe, you want to
know."
throw in your 2 cents here?
We gotta go for
No.
another half an hour. So
No,
that's
I was
10:47.
just thinking of like, can we think of something good? It's like, I don't know.
No,
we need an hour and a half, Joe.
No. Not my time zone, son. Not my time zone.
Maybe we'll look for some sort of game over the next week or so. A Skyrim VR, no thank you.
I am thinking about getting VR.
Yeah.
Do it. It's fun.
Do it.
Oculus Rift, the prices dropped down, so I might be able to get it. Maybe
No,
the
the
next
Rift
paycheck.
isn't the one you want. You want the other one.
5.
Yeah, that's one people actually develop shit for.
Yeah, but Rift is cheaper, and I'm not totally gonna be like into VR.
Well, the
'cause
Rift
I
is cheaper
still
because
prefer,
no
like,
one
a
fucking
controller
develops for it.
keyboard than just standing up and moving my arms, kicking my leg on my desk and shit. So
Well, you gotta have some space.
yeah,
Look
I
for
don't have space
activities.
in this room.
Yeah, hold this
Do
room
some
for
karate in the
activities.
garage.
Okay, let's wrap it up, and hopefully we'll be back some videos in the next week or so.
Let's wrap this up
figure out
like
what I
safe
wanna do.
sex.
Yeah, that's gross. Everyone say goodbye.
Goodbye.
No one says.
Wait, we have no go away music.